Zach asks, there's been talks about a fourth Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland, like we just talked about. I know you've said you want a more traditional Spider-Man movie. I've said that many times. What else do you think they should do? Should Daredevil and Kingpin be involved? So my gut reaction is to say, first off, what you just said. I want a more traditional Spider-Man story. So you can modernize it, whatever the modern version of Peter Parker working for the Daily Bugle, working with J. Jonah Jameson, whatever the modern video version of it, it's probably not being a photographer for a print newspaper. That is very 50 years ago. But what's the modern day version of working for a news outlet as a way to kind of have your finger on the pulse? What is that? So you do something like that. Put it in the Big Apple. I want Spider-Man swinging through the Big Apple. That's the centerpiece. Like, that's what this movie is. Him fighting crime, doing normal stuff. We're not doing high school Peter Parker anymore. We're not doing John Hughes, Breakfast Club, Spider-Man anymore. We're not going on field trips anymore. So traditional classic. The other element I would throw into that is, no, I don't want Daredevil and Kingpin. I want Tom Holland to have a movie where he stands on his own. We had 3 movies with him, and the deal that they cut with Disney was a character share program. So Disney can borrow Spider-Man and put him in 3 movies. Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame. 3 movies. They dropped him in 3 of their Disney movies. Here, with Sony, they got to drop in 3 characters in their movies. So you get Tony Stark, Nick Fury, and then Doctor Strange. But that means each one of this Tom Holland Peter Parker movies have always had like that other person kind of propping it up a little bit. Let's not do that. Let's not put Daredevil in there. Let's not put, like, maybe Kingpin, because he's a villain. But don't put another hero. Don't bring in a bunch of MCU characters as, like, on the poster significant parts of the story. Give him a movie where Tom Holland carries it on his own. No gimmicks. No going to space. No going to the multiverse. No bringing in other big-name MCU characters. Tom Holland, give him his own movie. Let him be the star. And make it traditional. Like, you stop and think about it. Yeah, 10 years ago, we got those Andrew Garfield films. By the time this movie would come out, it would have been over 10 years since those Andrew Garfield films, which were a little bit more traditional, but weren't as well received. So it's been 20 years since we had 2 well-received, traditional, classic Spider-Man stories. Or 10 years since a couple that weren't so well-received. Let's give us traditional Peter Parker problems, grown-up, Daily Bugle, Love Life, Big Apple. Throwing one more thought in there. I referenced this in a question I just answered. Tease Miles Morales. Don't make it Miles Morales the movie. Let's maybe lay some groundwork. Lay a little bit of foundation, perhaps, to make that happen. Ease our way into it. Introduce him in Tom Holland's movie where Tom Holland's the star. And don't have him really be in the suit or anything. But let's put Miles in there in a small role. Maybe. I'm just spitballing, throwing some ideas out there. Some fun ways to bring Miles into live action. But let Peter Parker, Tom Holland's the lead. We lay the groundwork, foundation to build off for Miles to get a spin-off movie from that. I think that'd be pretty cool. And I guess the other thought in there, we've started to tease the symbiote. At the end of No Way Home, little teaser, a little bit of symbiote got stuck in our realm. Maybe that's a way to go. How do you do kind of some classic Spider-Man stuff that gets back to those comic-accurate stories? Maybe you do make symbiote suit our kind of story in here, and maybe that's how you bring Miles in as a way to, like, snap Peter Parker out of it. Like, dude, what are you doing? This is not you. Maybe something like that. Or maybe that's a 2-part story, 3-part arc of what you're trying to do of those characters and intertwining some of that stuff. But then again, that looks like what they're doing with the video game, so we'll see what comes of all of that. Most of these clips are pulled from my weekly Patreon live stream. Join at any level, and you can join the chat and ask all the questions you want. That's for as little as $2 per month. For $5 per month, you can get your name on my end card. For $25 per month, you can have a monthly video chat with me. Link is in the description for more details, and keep talking movies and TV too much.